Hi, it's me. Hope you're all well. A bit of a surprise this one, because I just happened to be over in Chorley this morning. I was there I had to go for a scan on my liver. They couldn't find my liver apparently. Apparently I've got a shy liver. Anyway, but while I was there, I was aware of a pie shop called Bowen's, and I stumbled up on them. When I first started doing this, I was doing a vlog on pork pies, and in Accrington Market I got a pork pie, and it was made by Bowen's in Chorley. So because I was over in Chorley, stuck it in my sat nav, and it was only 5 minutes down the road. So I've been. Now, a good mix here, although there are quite a lot of pork based ones, which is always good. One of the claims to fame is their chicken balti pie, which is this one in the middle. They supply Manchester City with balti pies, so if you're at the Etihad and you have a balti pie, it's one of them. So what I've got a steak and Stilton. Now, I've never had that before, because as much as I do like blue cheese or strong cheese, I sometimes think when mixed with things it can detract and ruin the flavour really. Add something it doesn't need. But I'm going to give it a whirl, I might be wrong. I've got a chunky steak. I've got a cheese and onion, got a little cheese and onion. As I said, a chicken balti, a pork pie, pork and black pudding, which is always good, and a meat pie. Now this little Jasper is a whist pie, which is beef with bacon. I've never had a whist pie before. Having said that, there was a bit of a muddle in the bags, so I think that's the whist pie. But it sort of makes sense, because it just makes sense. If it's not, it's not. I'll tell you when I'm eating them. Right, now to go with these fantastic looking pies, I've got a raft of craft ales. I ordered these through Flavourly. I've been using their drinking glass for a while. I've been saving these ales for a tasting. Again, a great mix. These two are from Scotland. Birds and Bees, a golden ale. I've got that, and in fact that's from up in Alloa. From Edinburgh I've got an Arcade, which tells me it's another IPA. Fantastic. More Revival, that's Bristol. That's it says it's a live beer, naturally carbonated, a pale bitter. It sounds nice. This one's a Manchester brewery. Well, actually it's Eccles, not Manchester, but as good as. Yeah, what is it? It's a Hallertau Blanc, a single hop pale ale, which leaves me with, well, two more. Sussex born, the Gun Brewery. Interesting logo, that. Apparently, when travellers used to be going from village to village and finding places to stay and what have you, they used to put signs on gate posts and barn doors to let other travellers know what they were going to be up against when they got there. That sign means man with gun lives here. Yeah, right, that's a Gun Brewery. And the last one, a Freedom Kolsch, Sussex, I think. Is it Sussex? Sorry, Staffordshire. So Staff's Kolsch style lager. I'm looking forward to that. Something about that makes me think it's going to be really refreshing. I think it's been in the fridge a bit longer than the others. Right, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with the pork based ones, and then move on to the messier task. So let's start with a good old fashioned pork pie. Oh, nice crisp pastry. Chock-a-block. Very nice, that. Now there's not a lot of jelly in that. The one I got from Accrington Market from the same bakers has a lot of jelly in it, but it did actually say pork and jelly, the one in the market. Now that one didn't. I just assumed it'd be the same. Maybe there was a pie in the shop I missed it, I would have had more jelly in it. But regardless, it's a very nice flavoured pie. Because I had that scam this morning, I had to fast. So I've not eaten today. It's my excuse. Right, pork and black pudding. Now sometimes I've seen these when just like a slice of black pudding at the top, and I've seen them where they like chop it up and mix it in. And I've not really got a preference, but both works. But it does rely on having a really good pork base as well. This one's blended in, you can tell it's darkened all the meat. Must always be thrown into the mix. It's a nice pie that, and it's a nice flavour, but if I just tested that blind, I couldn't have told you there was black pudding in it. Which is a pity, because I love black pudding. I mean, still a nice pie. I would happily eat the rest of it, and I probably will. I was almost thinking I got this mixed up with one of the others. No, I'm sure that must be it. Let's try this whisk pie. See if I've got anything mixed up. Now this, if it is a whisk pie, is beef and bacon. Again, you can't really see anything but the beef in there, but if it's mixed in, you should be able to taste it. Yeah, quite nice that. It's the saltiness of the bacon you can taste. Yeah, it works well, the beef and the bacon together. It's not two meats are typically put together, but yeah, it works. It works. Which leaves me with a traditional meat pie. Oh, that's lovely. Is that the College one? Where's that from? Staffordshire. That is nice. Not long, we'll soon be out in the beer gardens again. Remember that. Be weird, won't it? But it's not often people cut these pies, you know, you hump. Right. See that? Oh, sometimes, well, when I think of meat pies, it's normally the fillings chunked together, you know, like one big solid mass of filling. This is quite loose, like mince. That's okay. It's okay. Nice pastry. It has got some nice flavour actually. It's not what I was expecting from a meat pie. Right then, onto these bad boys. Don't know where to start. What I'm going to do, I'm going to eat them in the order that I think will be the strongest flavours last. So I'm going to go for the chunky steak, the cheese and onion, the chicken balti, and then the steak and Stilton. Cheese and onion pie. It's about the most popular vlog I've done was a cheese and onion pie one. A lot of people watched that and commented or messaged me. I don't know, a lot of people have had a lot of cheese and onion pies and changed where they buy them from as well since that. I can't imagine share prices in Greggs did much. That's nice. You can taste the onions. You've got a bit of texture of the onions as well, which is good. It's not just a paste. It's not very strong cheese. It's nice though. You'll be disappointed. I didn't do them in the order I said I was going to do them in, did I? No. Oh well, the chunky steak. The best laid plans. It's a serious looking pie, that, isn't it? No sort of fancy crimpy frilly bits, it's just boom. So here we have a chunky steak. That's a chunk of the said steak. Nice texture. Firm enough so you chew it, but it's not rubbery. It's nice. Chicken balti. Right, one for the city fans. One less for the city fans actually, now having it. Right, it's crispy. Nice curry colours in there, a bit yellowy, flecks of green. Hopefully that's a bit of coriander. That's a nice pie, that. That'd be perfect if you stood on the terraces freezing, you got on them at half time. Got a bit of, tell it's curry, there's a bit of a spice to it. Nothing major, but you do know it's there. Right, I'm going to try one from the Manchester brewery. Well, Eccles, Greater Manchester. First Chop, the name of the brewery. Gluten free. Right then. Steak and Stilton. I'm a bit apprehensive. A lot of people do these, so excuse me, must be a market for them. Big flavours, massive flavours. It's as I suspected though. If you're a real fan of blue cheese, and I do like it, but it's not my favourite, you would love that. Yeah, that's just, the Stilton comes through so strong. But unfortunately, it does. I can't taste the beef. I can't taste the steak. I know the steak's there because it's got chunkier steak in than a chunky steak pie. But it's probably a taste I need to acquire. I'll probably have acquired it by the time I finish that and have a completely different opinion. That does what it says on the tin. It's Stilton, it's steak. The flavours are massive. It's a really, really nice pie, that. And just to show, I know everything, it's subjective and it's what you like. That's not my favourite flavour on the table, but I reckon it's probably the best pie because I know the flavours are so deep and they've done well with that one. So, that was Bowen's Pie over near Chorley. Bowen's Pies. Lovely little shop. Quite a modern place, and I think when times are better, you can eat in there as well. And it's got parking right outside it, so if you're anywhere in that neck of the woods, it's not far from that Botany Bay that you pass on the motorway, just sort of round about there. But, yeah, well, nice to see you all again. Bye. Cheers.